Strategy. So, for some of you that are new today, just a little bit about me. I'm the president and CEO of Keep Trading Simple. The way that I trade is a little bit different than a lot of other people out there. I'm a price action trader. I'm not doing candlestick.
All right, hello, hello. How's everyone this morning? Sorry, I was like looking at something and I looked down. I was like, oh god, it's a 0. I don't know how long it'd been sitting there. Mira hadn't commented that I had fallen asleep yet, so I figured it's probably not. He's probably not gone crazy yet. Oh, just like that, I get a video card driver. You have a GeForce Game Ready driver available. It's like, oh, whenever I click on that. It's great. Like you should always have your video card updated, but man, when I do, it like messes the sound setting up. It's like, oh, I guess I have to do that after. Anyway, I felt like I should start the session off by letting everybody know that Ernest has won 2 in a row, right? So if there's a time to drop those chips, today is the day to do it. Ernest would, it's like, what would Ernest do, right? WWEP, or no, WWED, right? What would Ernest do? Ernest would drop 5 pip chips today, or five tickets for the drawing. Just saying, you do have a chance to win 50 today. So he's going for 250, but you're going for 50. So if you drop you drop a couple, you'll still be positive on the day, just for that pure satisfaction of stopping the juggernaut 2 in a row. Anyway, movement, yeah. So interesting kind of, obviously pound is the weakest, right? Across the board, 170 on the pound yen, right? Pound dollar down 68, euro pound up 47. So noticeable, without a doubt, we got pound weakness. Okay. Now the question is, what else do we have out there? Well, we have the Aussie yen down, but again, we know there is yen strength across the board. But then we see dollar Swiss down, euro dollar up, right? Aussie dollar down a little bit, right? Dollar CAD up 65, right? So is the dollar in a strong area? It's kind of hard to say. I would say the dollar is one of the middle players today, and a majority of the movement really again has been pound and yen. So, yeah, core durable goods came in as expected. Durable goods came in, negative, but better than expected. So I mean that is a more of a positive base sign there. So um, yeah, that's always good to know. Um, Happy with that one, right? We have the BOC statement coming out in about 20 minutes, right? So what do we do with that? It's probably going to bounce, and like I said, there'll be some statements and things like that. And again, up until 11 o'clock, they're going to have the press conference. So there's probably some orders out there. You're seeing right here, trading the Bank of Canada rate meeting. So it's kind of, you know, I don't think there's going to be a surprise raise, right? I don't think that that's on the radar for today. But, could they make some comments about raising it next time? Sure, sure. And would that be just like raising? Yep. Yep, pretty much along the same lines. So that's what we got to kind of keep on the radar. Um, got to watch it, got to see if it's there, and we'll see where the dollar. And again, right after that, we have oil inventory. So I mean, like dollar CAD today is kind of like a hop out, a breeding ground for like movement and spikes. And it's kind of been a weird pair lately. The way its action has been kind of sideways. So yeah, we got to watch out for that one. But again, today would be a day we don't normally cover it. Today could be a CAD yen day too, right? CAD yen would be an interesting way to play it, although, what would make CAD yen a little bit more difficult today is that we've seen yen strength across the board. So on a weak Canadian, if it was a dovish statement, which I don't think we're going to get, I mean, everything I hear from my in-laws is good up there. But a weak dovish statement, that would help that one move. But even if we have strong Canadian data coming in, we've had strong yen, strong CAD, they kind of almost cancel each other out. We kind of have to be looking for, kind of a weak type scenario. But I just don't know if we're going to get that today. So, yeah. Anyway, all right, that's what we got. So you guys know, again, crude oil expected to be another surplus. API came in high last night as well. I think it came in 3, was it 3.2? 2.3? That was a little bit off. Their forecast was actually 1.6 and came into 2.3. Forex Factory right now is forecasting 2, right? So a little bit more is what the forecast is. Again, I don't know. I joke with Todd. I'm like, hey, we're supposedly out of oil, but yeah, we keep having this surplus. That's amazing. But we're behind. Yeah, there's always an excuse about why it needs to go higher. So, yeah. And then we have the BOJ outlook, and again, some of that data is already out. So, I love this one right here. Criminal couponer scam stores of 31.8 million in fake coupons. I don't know. Like, I feel like if my wife was able to use coupons that well, I feel like I'd be proud of her, right? I get it. What this person did was illegal, but I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like stores use coupons all the time, and like, man, like I feel like go for it, right? They're like, oh yeah, but the companies are hurt. I know, but they do coupons and stuff like that all the time. So I mean, I feel like you got to be a genius, right? A diabolical genius to be able to scam $31.8 million in fake coupons, right? Look at this. Look at this. Tens of thousands of coupons she designed and printed at home to a network of more than 22,000 customers she amassed on social media sites, right? Using the name Master Chef. Fake coupons with a collective value. I mean, she like made all these coupons. Like, I feel like, I don't know. She shipped tens of thousands of coupons she designed and printed at home. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess technically, she scammed people. So I guess that's bad. But it's like, I don't know. There's these people that like the companies get it. Like, I mean, just talk about like, I mean, this lady had a laser printer at home, right? And she's making this thing. Like, right? Like, I guess that people, I don't know. I have to look at it. I mean, she's from Virginia. I was so close, right? I mean, one state over, right? Right? We're found in every crevice of Virginia. I mean, look, she had that many coupons at home, right? So is she a hoarder, right? Is she a coupon? Like, what is she, right? I mean, I feel like if she, I don't know. I just feel like, I feel like at the end of the day, I just don't have any, oh my God, it did it again. Oh, there it is. I was about to get angry. I was like, it reset the whole thing again. I had to redo this all yesterday because it reset it back to some weird thing. Yeah, but anyway, this is like my new idol, right? And it says scam stores, not scam women. So I feel like, if she, got one over on Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, they have 20% discounts every week. Kohl's is doing that, Kohl's Cash, which again is just a scam. If you spend more money in 7 days, look, we'll give you this much more, and they keep you hooked. It's like a drug dealer, right? Here, the hell's it called? It's like, yeah, the coupon queen, right? I feel like it's a drug dealer, right? Kohl's is like a drug dealer. Here's a little bit. You'll need that fix in 7 days. Come back to me, right? Every time you go into Kohl's, it's like, I just spent $34, but I got $20 to spend next time. I got to come back again. I got to find something else to spend. Did I need it? No. But God forbid I lose out on my $20 of Kohl's cash, right? It's how they suck you in, right? And it's got to be worse. Like, I'm not even like a huge shopper. Like, for people that shop, like coupon people, you're going to lose on that Kohl's cash. Oh my God, what can I buy? They got home goods? Can I buy barbecue stuff? Do I need shoes? I could use undershirts, right? It's just, you always need something. You can find. It's like, listen, this is not a coupon. This is not 20% off. This is $20 that I got to spend, right? I'll go buy some overpriced candy just so I can, so you guys see what I'm getting at. So yeah, I mean, 38.1. I mean, I feel like her husband's probably proud of her. It's like, honey, you printed $38 million worth of coupons off our little, our little inject. You go. That's innovation, man. Right? What do they call those people? What are those people called? Disruptors. I feel like she's a disruptor, right? I feel like she goes down in the same book with the guy that sued McDonald's for having hot coffee and made $1 million. I feel like it's the same thing, right? $38.1 million in coupons. That's a lot of coupons. Anyway, let's go over tomorrow morning. Again, we have some early morning news before we talk. 7:45, we have the ECB monetary policy. With all the movement in the euro today, we'll see. Remember, they've strategically allocated their taper. It's not a true taper. It's just they changed it to where they needed it most, which I think was a good idea. They're supposed to start raising in 2022, but we are close. This month is over, right? We are going into... we got 3 days left, 4 days left. Halloween in a few days, right? Yeah, it's here, right? So I think tomorrow could provide some pretty nice little fireworks for the euro. Watch out for that one. Again, make sure you have those stop losses and risk levels in. I think this could be a pretty big boom. And again, 8:30 we have the ECB press conference, kind of handling what the responses to that. We'll see, that could move this one. But then the advanced GDP numbers. I mean, look at this. 5.3, right? It's a broad measure of inflation, encompassing all activities included in GDP. It is a primary institute that the central banks use to assess inflation. So I don't see any transitory yet. I don't see it. Okay. And on the inflation front, I don't know if you guys saw this. We have this gentleman right here, right? Talking about inflation. The surge in inflation is not proving to be transitory like the Fed and the Biden administration have been telling us. It's sticky and sustained when we're past peak growth. That's stagflation. So yeah, I don't want this. Could be fun. It's kind of like, I feel like there's a guy writing a book, right? What is it? Kohl's, shop your stuff, get your Kohl's cash coupon, come back a day later, return your purchases, still keep. Can you do that? Ernest, it's the same thing. I still feel like if I don't spend the Kohl's cash, I feel like it's money out of my pocket, right? I feel like it is out of my pocket, right? Yeah, right. I'm not sure what makes it taper anymore. I don't know what the taper is, but yeah. So this is interesting. I mean, so yeah, inflation is here. I'm telling you, Jamie Dimon's going to be right. And when all of a sudden this thing it goes like massive, like, okay, we have to raise by this much. I'm like, Todd, there's that major. I feel like a book is being written right now. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I don't. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. My son is sick. Needs to be picked up. Sorry, I was just messaging them. I'm like, I can't do it. Not till 10:30. He can sit there. Asher woke up today. I was like, yeah, I feel nauseous. I feel like a little bit sick. I'm like, well, is this because Reese was off from school yesterday? But anyway, I feel like if someone was writing a book about how to lose the presidency, I feel like this is it. Um, Ignoring inflation, people are saying that Biden and the Fed are not talking about it. Um, Yellen is now, in her position, Yellen is now considered a yellow, low impact person. Like, you should be one of the biggest, like, when you talk, everything should stop so they listen to you. Nobody cares anymore. So Yellen's position is completely irrelevant now, or she's just, I mean, again, um, I don't follow Harris, but a friend of mine commented, so it showed up on my page today. Harris was patting herself on the back about the child care credit, about how great it was that working families could go back to work now. And I think 99, I didn't see one positive comment. I think 99.9% commented or quoted about how this is in less than a year. This is in their lifetime. This is the worst administration that they've ever seen. That gas prices and food prices. It doesn't matter what they give us, right? If you have kids, it doesn't matter what you give us. The fact that gas prices are twice as high and food is twice as high, um, it erases everything. And then it goes back to like, aren't you supposed to be taking care of the border? So, yeah, yeah. I was like, wow, not a single comment. No one talking. A couple women were like, "Hey, it's great that you're the first woman VP ever. You're also going down as as one of the worst administrations for the country of all time." I was like, "Ouch!" I mean, wow. Um, Yellen, yeah, Yellen hasn't done anything. I just, yeah. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I get it that everybody's up in arms. A lot of people are like, "Oh, this is ridiculous what everybody's doing." But like, you know what? The people that are voting on some of the things that you feel are ridiculous got in there because of policies that your party put in that were ridiculous in the first place. Like, you can be as mad as you want, but again, those things happened. They got voted in. Just because you don't like them now, it doesn't. I mean, you got to stop blaming the people that are in there. Blame the people that got those people in there in the first place. So yeah, there's that. Um, Sorry, that's what happens. You make bad policies because you think that's what we need, and people don't like those policies. Guess what? You get voted out, and new people get put in, and when you don't like their policies, it's kind of like there's that saying, right? You make the bed that you sleep in, right? You make the bed that you sleep in. Yeah. All right. Ex-wife is going to get the boy. Fun, fun. All right, so let's dive into charts. I've rambled enough today. Um, yeah. Anyway, we talked yesterday with the Aussie. I drew this orange box and talked about how this is kind of our top and bottom. We were looking for price to really kind of explode, right? And we needed it to go up or down to a level. It kind of went up, and it went up to the level, and the news actually helped burst through a little bit above, right? Had you used the top that it created, and again, the top came in about half hour after news, right? There's the top that it created, and what did it do? It set a European session open trade right there. So again, we didn't get all the way up, but it did form a new top based off of news. And then again, off to the races. The downside was a pretty decent mover. I mean, it was about 44 pips of the downside, so good. It's hilarious that some folks just started following politics and they're triggered by everything. Yeah, it is funny. But Trump bad, vote blue, no matter who. Yeah, that's kind of neuro. That's what it is. Yeah. And it's like it's the same thing now. Like, I think it's funny that how they say one thing but then do the opposite. Like, I've always been a believe, and this is a no-no. We don't typically talk about this, but like, with like abortion, right? I personally don't believe in it, but I also don't feel that I should have the right to, like, I'm a man. What do I know? Like, if it's rely on science, great, go to science, right? But I just don't feel like I have I don't feel that, if we have freedoms here, it's my personal decision, but I don't agree with it. I don't think other people should do it, but then I also don't feel that I should put my rules on other people. But at the same time, like, you see the meme that it's like, it's the picture of the uterus. If you don't have one, you don't get a say. I feel like at the same time that if that's your stance, then it's kind of the same thing. If you don't own a gun, then you don't have a say, right? Kind of the same thing, right? If you don't live in my state, you don't have a say. If you don't live in my household, you don't have a say. Like, you could use that in so many different things. Like, if you're going to use it, you got to use it universally, right? If you don't own a gun, you haven't had to take a gun safety class. If you haven't had to go do a background check, if you had to do all those things, I don't feel that you should have a say with how easy it is to get a gun, or you should have no opinion on how to get a gun. it's just kind of one of those things. I mean, it's just that's what it is, guys. Sorry, can't use it and then not have it used against you. You know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Yeah. So yeah, I love it. I love it. Triggering everybody, triggering everybody. Yeah, and that's why, yeah, I feel like, and like I said, on the other side, I'm not a complete jerk. I also feel that term limits should definitely be in. I feel like people that have been in politics, like Bernie for 40 years. I like Bernie. I feel like, yeah, I'm sure he probably has some redeeming points. But when you've been in politics for 45 years and a public server for 45 years, I don't really feel like you're in touch with reality and the average Joe on the outside. So I also don't feel that you should. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think term limits for guys that, I've been in Senate for 54 years. Really? Do you have any idea what's going on? Probably not, right? Same reason I think senior citizens all need to take a second driving test, right? Yeah. Um, anyway, hope to God you guys got this trade. It was an easy 3-1 short. Again, it had plenty of movement off of there. Very easy news-based move. I know a lot of you got, and at least James and Ernest are trading Aussie a lot at night. I mean, easy trade. All it did was literally go back down. We drew this level right here. I mean, there's your target from yesterday. It literally bounced right off the same target. All I did was extend that line. You guys know I don't check this after hours, right? So, literally went right back to the same area. Okay, so easy trade setup in the overnight. Again, you to set this as intraday curve level. Great, do it. I think it's still pretty valid. Actually, it's actually a little bit more. That's a 1 to 3.5. Actually, the full move on that one was a 1 to 5.5. So again, big move in 2 hours. European session was just rocking this morning. So there was your trade setup in the overnight. Honestly, I drew 3 potential areas where this one was going to turn. We talked about the first one here. It ended up slicing through that one, and again, you can see the wick behind the wall here. It did provide some basing and a hiccup in there, right? And then the second one ended up getting sliced through pretty quickly, right? This was tested. This one was kind of tested, not to the same stance. And number 3 was the magic number. It burst through, it based, it punched through again, and then it had issues, and that was where the turning point ended up being. So, again, we were looking for, again, if the short was up top, and again, I didn't change this. This was the short at 3 o'clock this morning, and I just mentioned this one with Todd. There was plenty. I mean, there was like 10. This was a 10 binary move to the downside. Plenty of opportunity, right? But again, these all should have been target prices to the downside based off of your entry. Actually, here, I'll just leave those back on there, right? So had you been taking the short from that level, again, this is the level we drew yesterday. It did form a new level, but again, had you been in there, you just needed that much movement down. There's 3.5 right there. So you can see first level was 4, second one was 5.5, third one was 7.8. So there was more than enough that you could have taken in here, right? So plenty. Even if you had gotten in here and gone a little bit negative on the news, you had plenty of room for this one to run to the downside. So easy trade setup off the Aussie. If you're not trading it, I don't know. I feel like, Ernest, I'm going to have to get you and James like your own Rue channel, right? Like the Rue channel. So you guys can go in there and talk setups at night. And this is one of those things like so the goal is that I will have some new releases of things going into January. So I'm going to take a little bit of time off in December. When I say a little bit of time, like probably like a week, probably between Christmas and New Year's, I'll take that week off. The goal is to get some content and things like that created, new going into next year, as well as kind of some new website enhancements that are behind the scenes that you guys won't see. But one of them, I did some research and looked into things, and I talked to a kind of an advisor. They're a couple bigger. It's a guy and a girl. They own a company, and I've talked to him, and I've dealt with them for a couple years, but I've talked to them, and they've recommended that basically, I guess, kind of like a business consultant, kind of. But basically, that I should come out with I should minimize a program and come out with a program specifically targeted towards UK traders. That they see that would be a big a big boost for me, with basically creating a class specifically for European Open, because a lot of what we do and kind of seeing it. So the Rue gang, I'll give you guys your own like logo, right? Yeah. I'll make you guys some merch. You guys can have your own Rue Gang merch. But yeah, so basically getting something off the UK Open. So Yeah, you guys should see that as well. But yeah, this was a very, very easy one. Euro pound. Okay, so Euro pound yesterday, we knew we had the Harry Potter in there, but look at this. It came right back up, used that same lever for basing, and that was the takeoff point higher. Now we're at the opposite end of the spectrum, right? We had the shorts over here. We had some new established levels. And literally, if I continue this across, we're kind of up there right now. So this Harry Potter short is done. Let's just remove it from the system. We were looking for it to come all the way down. Unfortunately, it didn't. It rolled early. I'm going to delete this. Kind of don't want to delete it because we had it up there for so long. We'll use that as a profit target for later. I'll leave that back up there. Let's move a couple of these old things just to keep the browser fresh. Don't need that. I can leave those. All right. So got this up top. Just put that there. Make some adjustments. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it's fine. That's good. All right. So, and that's kind of what we're bouncing off of right now. So, I'm not going to be surprised if this does kind of roll back down to this level. Again, a lot of profit taking in the overnight from this one. So, UK kind of kicking back a little bit. Oops. The Bruder Gang. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Melissa's like, wait, do I need to go get him? I'm like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's funny. Like, Melissa doesn't send me pictures often. She sent me a picture of Kip. So we gave Kip a bath last night or 2 nights ago. And he was in shock for like 30 minutes. He was not a fan. his first bath after leaving the hospital. His payback to Melissa was he vomited all over last night, like everywhere. She's like, it's in my hair, it's all over my chin. I was like, wow. He projected that was his response. You give me a bath, I'm gonna vomit all over you. But again, anyway, look for Euro pound. I expect Euro pound to drop back into this area down here at 84.26. It's a decent level of basing. Watch that one come down. Euro yen. So Euro yen, kind of funny, right? We just talked about this little job right here. We had this black line drawn as areas of buyers. As you can see in the overnight from yesterday at 10:30 down till this morning at 5:30. I mean, again, UK open, strong push. Here is the UK opens 10:30 reversal. It seems like 5:30 and 5:30 and 10:30 seem to be the two most popular times of this one. At least the UK reversals are 5:30. Literally came up, grabbed the 50% here, and again, it's pushed back down about 38 pips at this point. I don't think we're at the 1 to 3 yet. Let me see. No, not yet. 1 to 3 puts us right there. Oh, it was close. All right, now let me make sure. I think we're good. I wanted to just adjust it just because I don't want to cheat. That would be right there. There's the 50. Oh, there's the 2.98. It got so close. So yeah, so the pit bet gang stopped this one from going 1 to 3, but there would have been your setup on that one. And actually, I guess hold on. It did. Hold on. Let me make sure it's real. Right there. That's 3.15. Oh, it did do it. There's 3.01. It did do it. Look at that. It did do it, guys. The 1 to 3 came in. And again, it broke the 23.6 if you're looking for those two setups. But yeah, look at that. So yeah, another Euro yen setup on there. Again, pretty easy one to grab. Like I said, this is a pretty decent reversal, particularly coming off of that strong of a move. I would say the majority of this move would have been the basing level up top and the breakout. That was 80 pips in 2.5 hours. That's a big bit. That's a big bit of movement for this pair. And again, the euro. Again, this was a combination of euro strength, but yen weakness. Or I'm sorry, yen yen strength has been really kind of the name of the game across the board that we've seen on all these pairs. So another decent setup there if you guys were looking to grab it. And again, it was it was grabbable. 8:30. We talked about the Natics presentation at this 8:45 time frame. So mention it. It's there. It did. It went. It's 1 to 3. Um, yeah, I'm not surprised by that, Ernest, because that's the CAD strength coming in, right? Um, yeah, that would be the CAD strength. Oh, look at that. It just happened to be a level. We'll get to that one in a second. Here's the euro dollar. So euro dollar, we're looking for a bounce off of 1572. We pushed all the way back up again. We're flirting with the the 50% retracement right now. It looks very, very similar to the euro yen. We drove back up. It is an area of demand, which just happens to also be actually, I guess it's not at the 50%. We were looking for this to push all the way down. So we were trying to forecast with that one, but right now, I mean, actually, I guess the original level is not really there, but there's the original level that we're at, right? Actually, it's there, right? But we're at the level right now. But it's trying. It looks like it wants to try to break, and I actually am pretty interested in this little racetrack right here. I think this is a decent level right here that we can kind of overcome. All right. So let's look for that one to push up. And actually, I guess this fib doesn't matter anymore. Right. It didn't make it all the way down. It is bouncing off level. That would have been a great little forecast one too, but it got stopped. It got halted a little bit. And I guess I could just adjust it here and see what we got. It doesn't change it by much. I mean, to here it was a little bit different, but yeah. So from there down, it's the same thing. But I do like this one to break through. Give us a little Harry Potter. I do like the fact that it was a racetrack here on this side. Again, 31 pips. All right, 31 pip movement to the top side. Going back up and testing levels up top here at actually let's change this to red. Up top. There we go. Okay. So again, look for Harry Potter confirmation. I think we have a. I thought I remembered seeing one in here. Where is it? Oh, it would be the reversal. Yeah, it works for shorts. It works for short, right? My lightning bolt will work for a short, right? But it does not work for long, unfortunately. If I could reverse this, it would. That would be nice if I could. I can't switch it. Like just switch. No, I can't switch it. Anyway, you guys get the point. You know what Harry Potter is. Looking for a break after a retest, pulling down. Pallion. So, Pallion, we did have a Harry Potter set here. Now, this one, same thing. It had an absolute explosion. Did have an area of basing before, before the UK Open. Yeah, it did. So you could have taken either one of them, but really there would have been your level of basing. So again, another European based move that was just a monster at that 2:33 o'clock time frame. Strong push. I mean, who expected that much of a move in what 2 hours? 125 pips to the downside. Big move. Problem with this one too is this one is still jacked up. This is still jacked with its spread width. Hopefully it'll be fixed soon. Hopefully, I say hopefully. My fingers are crossed. I'm holding my breath. This is my sarcastic face, right? So, yeah. But anyway, we've been busting through this bottom. At this point, I don't know if I'd still continue to hold that Harry Potter in there. Like I said, it hasn't really been triggered yet. It did pull back up and grab those orders. And again, we mentioned this with Nadex that we had that 8:30, kind of the rollover between the UK session with traders coming in. This is what that guy looks like. 3 is right to there. So again, did blow through in that hour and a half time frame from 8:30 on. It's about 50 pips. I mean, it was a nice little runner. But again, same thing. This one's very, very hard to trade with Nadex right now, right? Because again, having that strike width that is like huge, right? It's not necessarily the best opportunity. It did move a lot, but you got to move a lot to be able to, handle this one at Nadex. Now, I am allowed to tell you they are working on a system to kind of speed this up a little bit, right? Hold on. No, my mom is messaging me. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, hold on. Sorry, my phone got blew up from my mother, who's flying back from Austin. My mom's in Austin this week, actually, guys. Mom's flying back from Austin today. Boy's coming home because he is sick. And then Melissa messaged me something else. I was like, what? All right. So again, pound yen. I think pound strength comes back in again. I do think this one reverses and comes back up. I would not be interested in taking another short off of this level. If it comes up in bases, maybe, but for the most part, I'd be looking to really kind of capture this one and look for a move all the way back up to 157.08. Is kind of where I'd like to see this one come higher. Pound dollar. Again, Harry Potter has not triggered. It's getting stuck at this level here. Again, you can see the basing right there. Again, European session. Right there. You know, I don't really like the formation of this. This is higher than higher than higher. I just don't like the setup. Like I said, I'm okay with the Harry Potter still. Like I said, it just hit and bounced. It didn't really base in there or give us too much of there. I like this area up top still. And again, we know that we had a clean base. It was all right. It's been there 3 times though, so I don't know if I take another piece from it. Yeah, I just don't like the candle formation with that one. I mean, again, it dropped like the other ones, but I think pound yen would have been the way to play this one, not the pound dollar. And by the way that's forming these things, I really don't think I'm interested in doing much until we get much lower. I think 33.66 is or 36.66 is kind of the area down here. And I'm not really interested in this. This is maybe, but yeah. Not a big fan of that one. Dollar CAD. So, dollar CAD. We were looking for this to drop. We were looking for it to be one of the 2 levels. It already bounced up. Yeah. I am not surprised. Let's see what happened. Yeah, they held. Let's see. This is what I'm looking for. Just give me the headlines. All right. Here we go. This is why. Ahead of the estimate. Whoops. Don't do that one. BOC suggests key rate change could be mid 2022. Ends quantitative easing, moves into reinvestment. Slack could be absorbed by middle 22, expected there. Taper pace. Ends QE expected to be reduced. There we go. So, yeah, all positive. I mean, we expected it. So, not necessarily surprised. Again, I didn't have a chart up for that one, but we expected that one to kind of turn and drop. Yeah. I mean, it was set up for the perfect storm. We expected this. We expected that, like I said, everything for my in-laws is good. Canada lifted and kind of removed all the travel restrictions. Yeah. I mean, if you're there, you got it. That's all I can say. That was a level we talked about earlier. Again, monetary policy statements. When is QE ending for everybody? Now, CAD just bam, they just sliced it, ended it. Question is, where does it turn? But look at that. Nice little move. How much is this? This has been a good one. 104 pips. 104 pips on the daily. That one is an ADTR of 81, so we are over. Yeah, that's a good move. Justified. Totally justified move. So, yeah. Look for reversals. Now the question is, let's start testing this 2307 and 2299. Remember, we got that little area in there underneath. That again, price based and pushed down to there. So probably going to be the downside target. Let's see if we can get a turn and reverse off to that one. But again, this will continue to drop for a bit longer. And again, the trade would have been that pre-news move. All right. I was going to see if I had it, but I don't. Dollar Swiss. So Dollar Swiss pulled back. So it also did that kind of funky little turn at 630 though. So I'd say for Dollar Swiss right now, We got to wait for it to get lower again. I think finding this one much lower down here, and again, we already had these areas marked off. I think that's probably where the best kind of reversal is going to be kind of kicking in at. And it was a decent level. It was an okay base, but 91.55 is really 91.50 ish. Again, that psychological level is probably where I'd be looking for this one to move to. Um, yeah, I mean, there was a 6:30 move. I mean, you could have done this. There was a test here. There was another test here. It's at 6:30 ish in the morning. Um, it was a good mover, about 36 pips down. But again, we're just kind of flirting back and forth. I think we need to we need to punch through. We need to if we can get through this level. I think again we had initial targets down here at 91.40. I'd wait for it to come a little bit lower and then again take a bounce somewhere probably down here. Again, this actually may be a tomorrow thing. We do have the Swiss economic barometer coming in. Um, Yes, IG, I got it. Is it Friday? Yeah, Friday. So what do we have tomorrow? Yeah, we have all the GDP stuff. Um, yeah, I'd be looking for Nair to go long. I mean, it's great that this is pushing back down again, but I think we have dollar strength stepping back in here pretty soon. So I'd be looking for long opportunities in dollar Swiss, but again, it's got to come a little bit lower. I want to see if it can clear this zone. 91.50 is probably the area, and we'll see where we can move from there. So pound yen. All right, pound yen. Dollar yen is literally back in that same channel. Now we are testing the lows here, and there was a bit of a gap sitting right there, and that's kind of what we're bouncing off of right now. Now there is sellers above, so again, this is if it's going to break, this is going to be the opportunity for it to kind of come through and break. You're seeing, again, descending wicks on that one. Lots of fight. I would say that there's two small levels. Obviously, one right up here would be one area. And then again, got to mark it off, but there would be another level sitting kind of right in there as well. Either of the two, I think, are probably somewhat decent. Um, yeah, I mean they're all right, but I mean we're choked in such a small level right now. I'm really not loving any of the greater longs until 112.99 or really 113. And then I think much lower down here at 112, 31 is probably the other area. Okay. Ah, um, yeah, yeah. All right. We can see Bitcoins are down, Ethereum down 3.8%, Dogecoin down 7%, but still in that same exact area. Natural gas, we'll go to this one first. Natural gas just burst through because, again, suppose we were running out of natural gas, even though we're not. Question is now, will this be the launching point to go back up into that 650 range? I'll tell you right now, I saw another article yesterday that talked about how both natural gas and oil, we're just one snowstorm away. I think everybody wants $100 oil, and I think they're just dragging natural gas with it as much as they possibly can. I get it, the supply's down, but like, I get it, right? The article I read last night talked about this, and they said there's been no issues to structural stability. The pipelines are not, there's no supply shortage. We don't have a supply in the ground, right? None of the infrastructure has been ruined. The biggest draw on this right now is, again, just transportations and the fact that they kind of weren't working to move it around. So that was it. So it's not like we're out. The supplies aren't there, but it doesn't mean we can't pump the supplies, especially if it's warm. And then it's like, well, El Nino. It's like, oh God, right? But everything right now is forecast to be hotter in most of the United States, to have a reduced need for it. Um, there's only a slight likely chance that it's going to be colder in the Pacific Northeast or Pacific Northwest, but they want that. Um, yeah, so it's going to continue to do its thing. I do like the fact that we had a nice little pop here. I jumped about 20 cents to the top side. There may be a rollover point. Remember, the inventory for this is tomorrow. We'll see if we can get more of a supply of gas. I think it's going to be a big deal. And again, like I said, the longer this goes and the more people are getting angry about the increased prices of gas. Most of the day, she's like, "Oh my God, I got to fill your mom's tank up." She's like, "But I like almost don't even want to buy gas at this price." It's like, there you go. That's called inflation. When people are, not wanting to fill up and not going places because of the price of gas, right? That's what it looks like. So yeah, I would say in any downside move, definitely mark off. Ooh, probably here is where our downside targets would be. I would. This is gone. It didn't even slow it down. I mean, maybe it works and there's a bounce in here, right? Maybe we bounce higher off of this, and this is where the Harry Potter comes back to. But right now, I would say definitely mark off and watch this. This is where your profit targets need to be at $5.86 to the downside. It is a level that if we do pull back, and again, this is a parabolic move, it definitely stands out as the large. This single candle is the largest candle on the screen. If this one pulls back down and comes to this level, for tomorrow's release, which is right there, look for a pop higher. And again, I hate to draw this, but could we be at that 650, 640, 630 range? Yeah, we could absolutely. Once it retraces back again. So I mean, it could be something along those lines. Okay. Um, this is there just to see if that's where we're going to get a Harry Potter bounce. It should come back, but I'm going to see if we're going to bounce off this level first with oil in a little bit. Let's go across and cover oil. So oil, it kind of came up, and we talked about how we were at kind of a small level this morning and drove all the way down, right? It literally it pushed all the way to the brink at 9 o'clock, right when we were talking. It kind of pushed down and came back up again. So I mean, its move was done, right? Its initial kind of end of session move. It is pushing higher now. I'm okay with this. I like how it is pushing up higher. I was really kind of talking about taking a bounce from the oil inventory, using that, but it did the entire move pre-market and kind of reset. And now it is skyrocketing and going higher. So now the question is, we got a little bit of a gap sitting right here, right? There's a tested gap there, 84.43. Can we get up there in the next 12 minutes? Probably not, but this is a lot of movement very, very fast. Let's drop it down. Yeah, on a 5 minute, nothing is holding right now. It's still moving way too fast. Yeah, we kind of needed it to come up to this. We needed it to come up to here, right? We need 84.40. Let me see on a 1 minute. Are we any type of stabilization? Ooh, we are holding. We're a little bit early. We got 12 minutes, but look at that. That's the stabilization we're looking for. Not that it's really in a great zone, but I was liking this rally, but it's like little early. I needed to kind of come up and stabilize up top. We'll come back to this one in the next couple minutes, right? Gold. I don't need to be gold on a 1 minute. You can see that there is gold, right? And you may wonder, well, why the heck did gold do this? Well, ending tapering and talking about we're probably raising, taking that first step, that's the curb inflation. So if the inflation is not kicked into the level where it's harmful yet, them starting to raise interest rates, well, that's not going to necessarily be good for gold because it's meant to crush the inflation. So that's why you had this initial drop to the downside. Right now, and again, I'll continue this across. You can see it was flirting and tickling with it and kind of went back up to that 1800 in preparation for kind of the news and just turned and rolled. Right. It'll probably find some, supply down here. Like I said, with inflation as high as it is, it's kind of, I think, the fact that it's on the radar. I mean, gold is just not right now. Gold is not being the hedge for inflation that it's supposed to be. The cryptos are, and it's really kind of setting up for a bad scenario, right? I mean, you're seeing the inflationary pressures and things like that, and you're seeing, bond yields are going up, right? Bond prices are going up, yields are going down. This is the inflation play right now is really occurring over here with the cryptos. Again, Todd's like, oh, the cryptos are down because of Robinhood. I was like, I don't know. I think it probably has more to do with banks are now getting in the process of trying to crush inflation down. And Bitcoin has been a good hedge, or, the cryptos have been a good hedge for inflation. But I think they need to be real, real careful. I think a lot of this is, put it this way, I'm a big believer. I think once the digitals come, they're going to come fast and furious. And once they come, I would not be surprised if they decide to regulate and pull a China card and block them. I'm telling you right now, this administration is don't cancel a pipeline, jackass it twice in the name of climate change, while at the same time allowing the United States to take over as the main mining hub for Bitcoin, which is extremely, extremely environmentally unfriendly. It's kind of a catch-22 there. So I feel like next year, right? I feel like next year, that kind of midterm, that like second, I mean, we're in year one, right? That second year, yeah, the midterm election, I have a feeling this comes up. and I think we're setting it up. And again, seeing gold already start to turn and roll off 1800, yeah. So I look for buyers. Like I said, I still think we need to figure out ways to get long gold, but we got to do it at good areas. This is not the best area; it's just an area where we've been basing off of. And again, hit once, hit twice, kind of hit a third time, but we know we got buyers because every time it touches this level at 1782, it turns and bounces. So look for opportunity for another long, especially after this drop. It will kind of come back up again. I think overall we look for targets, really back up to this 1800. Okay. Um, Silver doing the same exact thing, right? Silver was flirting with the 50, pulled back up again, dropped down, came back up again, hit it again. I look for silver to fail, and I would say watch for overall, potential downside targets down here to 2350. We got what, 4 more days, and what, $75 to go. Yeah, yeah. We got 2 months to go, $75, guys. Right? Wall Street bets called it. $100 by the end of the year. I think the Bitcoin people, when it was at like 55, saying that Bitcoin would be at 100,000 before the end of the year, I think is a higher probability. Although I still think that's stretching it. The ETFs are out and it's not moving tons. So yeah, let's see. But silver, I'd watch for this one to continue to fall. Right. We are looking for a pop. I would say look for this right now. Again, nothing really on the radar. Let's see if oil has moved a little bit. It is. It's kind of holding. You see how it's pulling back right now to that hold? I'd say right now it's more set up for a short. Got 7 minutes on oil. What? Oh, there we go. Let's go to 1 minute. Wow. There are absolutely 0, 9 to 11s that are close, call spread wise. The closest one is the closest ceiling is 84.25. No. Wow, that's horrible. 10 to 12. The 10 to 12s are even worse. No crude oils. Wow, these are bad. All right, there is a daily that at 84. There is a daily at 84. Wow, that's horrible. Holy crap. It's got $47 worth of risk in it, though. Oh. Oh. Man, they got so much premium jacked into that one, though. So much premium jacked into that one. Let me see if there's any binaries real quick. Binaries, oil. Have they messed these up for me, too? Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, there's an 83. Let me go to the 10. All right, look at that. There's one at the money. Ooh, that's a move. There's an 83. It's pulling back into this level though. This is what I'm concerned about right here. Like I like this little bit right here, but look at this level right there. But yeah, there's so much premium jacked into these. I mean, to get like $25 risk, there's an 84.50. Holy crap. So much premium jacked into these things. Wow. 83.90. I mean, testing that level now. It's testing this level. Man, it's close. All right, let's look at the what is VIX doing now? Alex is not happy. Dollar weak, dollar strong. Is CAD retracing already? Yeah, CAD's retracing. Oh, did it touch? It did touch. Look at that. There's your line. Look at that. It did touch, guys. It did touch, and now it's pulling back. So yeah, you're up over 2-1. It did touch. So let's see if this one holds. Oil's going to screw this one up. Unfortunately, this is the problem. Oil comes in and the price of oil pops. It's going to drive the CAD right back down again. So it's like, oh man, so close. It's holding right at that level. Oh, it's holding in that small level. Man, I kind of want this. So this is rough because this one isn't quite complete. It's 37 pips. It made it to 30, or it got really, really close to 30. This sucks. Oil prices go down if this supply number drops. Right? If this is a bad number, price goes down, that's going to weaken the CAD. That's going to help. That's going to complete this original trade setup. On the other direction, let's see, what is oil doing? Oh, it's trying. It's trying its best. It's trying. It's starting to move already. Ooh, it's trying. Hold on. Okay, that was not a non-important message for Leah, from Leah. The other thing is too, my mom plans flights, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, my flight lands at 5 p.m." I'm like, "Really? You're gonna make me deal with all that traffic on the way back?" It's funny. Got to get the girl at 3. Got to get the boy at 4. Got to get my mother at 5. Oh, here it is. It's moving. Look at this. It's starting to move. It's fine. It's looking for lower buyers. It's pushing. All right. So I would say right now, I mean, it's obviously being pushed lower since 10 o'clock. It is going into areas of buyers down here, right? This whole area is areas of buyers, kind of in preparation for. The question is, was the data leaked, or is this in preparation? Is the big question, right? If the data has been leaked, they already know what it is. That's why they're driving price down, because they know what's going to happen with it. If they're waiting for the move, there was the spike. Let's see, what is it? Looks like that little minute is look at that. And no, look at that. We're out of oil, guys. We're out of oil. So that it was that spike. It was it looks like that little base and that little pullback, that original zone we drew. Yeah. So this probably helps that CAD trade, right? It probably helps that CAD trade. Oh, come on. Look at how much it pulled back in the last couple minutes. Oh, look at, there's a base right there. If this can, we need oil to get slammed. We need like a big person to get in there and start hitting that sell button, right? Yeah. So yeah, that here's what we had. Look at this. Here is there's the freeze, right? Right there was the freeze that we were looking for, right? Right there. That was the telltale freeze that we wanted, right? Yeah. This is everybody shorting. Look at this. Short, 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 short. It's going higher. All right, let's dive over to indices real quick because I have a feeling I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with this kid here. All right. Is that 9:30? Yeah, it's 9:30. So not an ideal setup. I mean, obviously there's basing here. Nice little pop off the open and kind of went up and tested these sellers before reversing down again. I would say this one was pretty consolidated as far as the open goes. But if you were going to do a level, you would say that, hey, listen, there's basing down on this level right here. Let me send a 5 minute if you could have refined it. Yeah, you could refine that one a little bit right to there. Again, using the 5 minute, using the base here, the touch. Here's a decent base. Here's your confirmation right there. There's your touch right at 935, so it drove right into that level. Again, an easy 1 to 3, long position, and your 1 to 3 is sitting right there. So again, nice little 1 to 3 off the open. Let me see. Let me pull these across. ES 9 to 11. I just need to hit any of these things. Let me bring this back up to a 5 minute. Let's carry these over. There we go. Let's do this. Rectangle. Green. There you go. So you guys can see how many strike prices that went through. And again, the risk to reward on this one would have went to 45.71, kind of just where the peak of this was this morning, right? Just where the peak was. Again, the peak was just over here. So 51, it would have been here till just over the peak. Where is it? Actually, it went just above the peak, so yeah. Wait, what? No. This was below the base of the peak. So there. There was your 1 to 3. Right? And again, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And it went 5 and almost touched 6. Right? So very, very fast movement, right? Call spreads is probably going to screw this up for me. I don't know if there was a call spread on this one. I did not check, unfortunately. We're at 60. There you go. It went below and it blew out the top. So yeah, look at that. You were out of the money here. Out of the money at the 935 candle. And again, it closed at or this one's closing at 11, but again, you were all the way out here, right? Again, there's your profit. So again, that one worked out great today. NQ. Let's see what we had NQ as. Oh, you could already see it on NQ. Actually, this one turned at 10. Here's your 935. All right. So looking for a recent pullback. Here's your 935 candle as it pushed back down again. If you're taking this level of basing right here, right? Looking for a pullback, again, gave us kind of a trigger, right? 5 minute on the NQ, and you can see same thing. Your 1 to 3 was well beyond. There we go. Bam. That one was well beyond. Let's go see on NQ. Tech will do 9 to 11. What's the price? Let's pull that over there. We're looking at around 565. Oh, look at that. 565 right there. Right? You can see it, right? And here we go. 5 minutes. There was your base. And bam. Right? There's a call spread. And right here. Right there is 935. Shall do different color. There's your 935 candle. So there's a pull up. There's the pullback at the open, and boom. You can see that this one also exploded out the top. So that's 2 for 2 for the day on the indices with that strategy. YM. Man, YM is all over the place. YM didn't really come down to a level. We didn't have anything sitting there. Although actually this one was set for a short as well. You're looking at this level right here, right? Actually here, right? Of that candle, touch. There's your 930 candle to the downside for a short. Where is it? Short position. And you can see this one has been quite volatile. Quite volatile, right? Your opening candle hit and then it hit again. So you had two different opportunities to grab this one. So that price is approximately sitting up here at basically 35,700 on the Dow. Looks like this one was not as clean. Nope. Not on call spreads. Let's do binaries, indices, 9 to 11. I just need any of them here. What did I say, 70? Did I say 700? Yeah, 35,700. There you go. Right? And actually, we take this with 15. This one's clean enough. It's a little different with that one. Same candles. Same candles. Just the drawing's a little bit different. Right there. There's the bottom of the green. So you can see it went in. And let's see. This one was... I'm just going to click this to get it out of the way. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strike prices to the downside. That 1 to 3 target on that one would have been 641. I need more drawing tools. Like, give me more drawing tools here. I don't need to draw head and shoulders. What did I say? 641. Right there. A little bit shy. Right there. Again, on here, it doesn't look the same, but again, the candles are drawn a little bit differently, but you can see, I mean, if I drew this box, right? Can I copy paste this one? No, I cannot. Whoops. Box. Just an easy way to do it. And box number 3. So yeah, whoops. There's your 1. There's your 2. Yeah, I knew the numbers were off on that one. And there's your 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it was well beyond risk of reward. So there is 3 for 3. And last but not least, the Russell. Russell did the same thing. Look at it. Pulled up right into this 850 channel. Came through. Same type of short. Right? And 2 opportunities in. Right? First one or second one. Small cap 9 to 11. Just click any of them. Yeah, even easier to see here. Yeah, this basing level. Although this one on Nadex, you may not have gotten entered, because if you drew this one up top here, they got front run. So on this chart, you can see they peaked. I guess it's not the same one. I guess it's the more up the, the closer one, the closer proximity. Yeah, it's more drawn off this. Right. We had 2 different entries. And again, that was about 855. So again, huge push down, came back up. So it doesn't matter which one you took, this one or this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're approaching 7 right now. And it's got 20 minutes to go. So again, 4 for 4, all 4 of them had a setup today. So again, those are pretty easy to grab. Let's go across and let's see what our buddy Oil is doing. Yeah, there we go. Oil's coming all the way down again. Look at that. See how it pulled right back up in that zone? Remember we talked about here on the 1 minute? Remember we talked about that level of basing right there? This was the winner right here. This was the basing level. See how it froze? That was the magic number. It looked like it was trying to set up with one of these, but look at that. That's where the freeze came in. And touch. And again, there was the initial response. Came back up and based at that same level. And then there we're off to the races. So, yep. There was the hold. That was a harder one, though. Like what we were doing with this lower level here, how I drove at the last minute right into that level, a little tricky there. Yeah. I want to see if there's any comments. Crushing supply. Crushing supply decline, largest since January. 58,000 more. They operated at 85% efficiency or capacity. So we could raise our capacity and produce more. We're importing more, we're producing more. Yeah. So, and look, there's my criminal couponer again. She's so hot right now. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and do the drawing for today. Hello. There's only 6 of you guys in so far. Whoops. There we go. All right. Who do we got in here? I see Will. I see Neuro. I see Sean. I do not see Ernest. So if I close it down right now, Ernest is not in. Right. You're lucky if I had a close and open button, not to close that just to mess with you. Right. Just to mess with you. Eki is in. I don't see Ross, but it's not a Friday or a Monday. Right. Morena is in. Shut it down on hers. I know if I had a shut down and open button, he would be so mad. If I like shut it down and then he tried to enter, he would be really mad at me today. Right? Oh crap! Somebody else messaged me. Okay. But yeah. All right. So let's close it down. See, look, if I could I could refund everybody's tickets, but I can't reopen it. Like once I hit close, like it's like, man, it'd be cool, right? Just to mess with people. All right, so everybody's going for 50 except Ernest, who was going for 250. This would be win number 3 for him, and if he wins, it does reset for tomorrow. So let's see how it turns out. Went a little bit late today, but again, with that release, again, not surprised that we're running out of oil. That we had an additional increase in supply. Actually, did natural gas drop? I'm curious if natural gas reacted from it. No, not really. Natural gas popped. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, we're yeah. All right. Winner of today's drawing is there we go. There we go. I had to draw it twice. So once it took Neuro out, once Neuro's 3 tickets got taken out of the system, then Ernest was allowed to buy it, right? But Neuro takes it for the day. Neuro stops him, right? Neuro gets him right here. Neuro gets his 50 chips. So see what happened? No, not 2 of you won. Just one. Just one person. It was just one. But Neuro, what happened is they needed to remove you. So it's kind of like, it's like this, Neuro. If they remove Darth Vader, right? No, because I could keep hitting it to make everybody win eventually. If I hit it enough times, there'll always be somebody. No, it's only one winner. But I kept hitting it. I was like, win. I could hit it to make everybody win eventually, right? But once Neuro was removed, then Ernest was able to win. So it's like this. Just think, if there was no Darth Vader, what would the Emperor have been able to do, right? It's kind of what just happened. Once I took you out of the equation, Neuro, Ernest was able to buy his victory. So, yeah. So see, you were like the Jedi standing up for the good, right? Ernest has broken so many, but look at this, man. You're right on his heels. Look at this. The race between Debbie, Ernest, and Neuro is getting super hot. Now, Will's pulling away a little bit. Will has got a little bit of ground because Will won those 3. But yeah, it's really, these guys are heating up right here, and Sean's not that far behind. Sean took a little bit of a break for a while, but look at this. It's heating up right here, right? Neuro, Kanan Jarrus, yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, Neuro rips off another 3. He's got Ernest, right? Add 250. He's literally right there because Ernest will spend a bunch of tickets to keep Neuro from winning 3 times. This battle, it's only 1 streak away from Neuro winning, so we'll see how it goes. I know. What's going to happen tomorrow is I'm going to come in and it's like, why is Neuro banned? What? How did Neuro get banned? How did this happen? And Ernest will be like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just need to work on my lightsaber skills. Nice. All right. With that said, I am out of here. I got to go figure out what's going on with the boy, the girl, the other little boy. I guess mommy got vomited on. See, now we're wondering because the baby did vomit all over Melissa. Asher feels like he's going to vomit. I don't know. Maybe we got one of those, like, family stomach bugs or something. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be great? No, not so much. All right, you guys have a great training day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for attending. I'll catch you then. Take care.